What's up? For those of y'all who missed it, who's probably at work, B More Brown, what's up? Don't worry. You know what we got coming up. King Lowe's week continue. 410. What's up? Candy back.
Through the front, Kell. Strike to the front again, please, Kell. Errol, strike to the front, please. That's good, mate. Strike its way. Strike to the front, Kell.
Face to face, please.
Come on, Kell.
Man down. Yes, yes.
Don't make it bad, Kell.
Man down. Don't care about that. You don't see it. Lose their way.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Lose their way.
Just make weight. That's all you gotta do is make weight.
Keep it at top.
Make weight.
You can keep it at top.
Just make weight.
Yeah.
Make weight. It's nothing else. You don't take fighting. You don't understand what it is. Just make weight. That's all you gotta do is make weight. It's not bad.
Man down. I see nothing there. I don't see nothing there. I don't see nothing there.
Just make weight.
Good weight, Quinn.
I've never not made weight, have I? I always made weight.
Make weight.
Good.
You fighting somebody your size now, huh? You fighting somebody your size now. You ain't smart. You're not fighting a 5'7" Sean Porter.
I'm not big guy.
You're not fighting a 5'7" Sean Porter.
I'm not going to sound far.
You're not fighting a little Kevin Pizzier. No.
A short dude, 50-year-old.
It don't matter. He went 12 with Keith Thurman, didn't he?
So what? Keith Thurman's not me, is
That's
that?
well Keith Thurman up, didn't he?
He's not me.
I got him out of the easy. Suicide jury got him out of the easy. We gonna see. But stay in the middle of the ring then. Don't run. Don't run. Stay in the middle of the ring. I'm gonna hold you to it too. Stay in the middle of the ring. I'm gonna hold you to it too. We gonna see. Don't run. Stay in the middle of the ring. Don't run. We gonna see.
Stay in there. Stay in there. Back here. We go straight to the, just outside, yeah?
Woo! Well, that's what's up. It's coming. It's going down. He kept calling him chocolate Barney man or brownie man. I don't even know what that means. Anybody from the UK, what is a chocolate brownie man? It's Kell Brook all day. Kell Brook's gonna win this fight and prove all y'all wrong. $313 guy, the dude. I don't know. When he said chocolate brownie man, it looked like Errol was finna fire off on him. I don't even know what that meant. I'm gonna have to look that up. Mike Lewis, if you would know anything about boxing, you would know this is a big fight.
Dear predictable, it's over.
I wouldn't go live on a fight unless it was something of value or meant something. This is a serious fight. Like, Errol's for real. It's not like Errol's a joke. But Errol has yet to prove.
World boxing. The IBF welterweight world champion Kell, the special one, Brook, against the undefeated American Errol, the truth, Spence. It's an absolutely mouth-watering clash. And before we hear from everyone,
I don't think Errol has fought anybody that can hit like Kell Brook.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, boxing's flying at the moment, isn't it? With Tony Bellew's incredible win over David Haye the other week. We moved to Manchester this week for the huge Collar-Linares rematch. We've, of course, got Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko in front of 90,000 at Wembley. You know, what about 25, 30,000 here at Bramall Lane at the end of May? I think it's a wonderful matchup, first and foremost. You know, when Eddie told me this was going to happen, I was absolutely delighted. You know, Kell Brook,
the special one.
For him, a wonderful fighter for so many years. He took the plunge. He went in with Gennady Golovkin, and I think he did terrifically well that night. The weight, obviously, a problem, the injury. But you know what? He's come back, and he's come back to his natural weight to defend his title against one of the guys I think is one of the best in America that America has given us in the last few years. I've been watching Errol Spence since he was an amateur. I think he's wonderfully talented.
I sound dumb. I'm not even talking.
He's the next pound for pound king. They really rate Errol Spence. He's unbeaten in 21, 18 knockouts. I think it's a terrifically dangerous fight, this, for Kell Brook. It's fraught with danger, and I think that Kell should have huge credit for taking on his mandatory challenge here.
Yeah, y'all don't give Kell Brook his just due for taking on the fight.
I think it's a fantastic matchup for the welterweight division in world boxing, and I hope everybody gets behind it. We certainly will. It's a huge event on Sky Sports box office at the end of May. Eddie will, I'm sure, produce a stacked card to be a wonderful hors d'oeuvre for what will be a great main event, and we'll bring you all the build-up that we can. We'll be in camp with Kell, we'll be in camp with Errol, and I'm really, really looking forward to this. This is a proper fight.
Errol Spence is going to beat Kell Brook in what world?
This event wouldn't be possible.
Errol is a great young fighter. He's very confident.
Stephen Bettis has been working tirelessly behind the scenes.
I don't think
to make this happen, and Simon McCabe for a long time had meetings with him over the years to try and make this event happen.
I don't think he's ready for Kell Brook.
On behalf of Sheffield United Football Club.
Yeah, firstly, thank you, Eddie, and thank Matchroom and the team for your help and assistance in making this great event happen.
Who is Errol Spence that you made him think he was a world beater?
We've invested significantly in the stadium in recent years, which enables us to host such a great event as this, and hope it's the first of many. Sheffield, I think, as many of you know, has a great...
Kell has been in many big fights. Errol has not.
Himself hosted its first boxing event back in 1980.
Errol has tremendous boxing ability. He has a lot of poise for a young guy. But you going in this guy's country, this guy's backyard. Come on, man. Truth is truth.
When it's a full house, there'll be over 25,000 here to see Kell, the local lad, the Unitedite, take on Errol.
Spence hasn't fought anybody that could move their head, had upper body movement. None of them. He sparred against people, but he hasn't fought them.
Spence, Brad, welcome. And you've been over for a number of fights recently, and of course, Errol Spence flying the flag for you guys in America, and one of your hottest talents that you guys look after.
Yes, listen, this is going to be a great fight. We get two of the best at 147. Put your seatbelts on. It's going to be a good one.
Derek James, you're the man behind the tactics.
Derek James. That's the man that Floyd Mayweather used to spar with.
Tell us about this fight and what you expect on May the 27th.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy to be here. I believe that this is not only the biggest fight in welterweight boxing, but this is the biggest fight in the world right now.
Y'all said Triple G was going to destroy Kell Brook. And I said Kell Brook, he the one that exposed Triple G.
International fight. I read and I listen to how you present Errol as the American, as to say that there's a difference. That, you know, he's a British guy with an American guy. And I'm happy to be here. And I think that Errol Spence is the best opponent that Kell Brook has ever faced. Saying that he just fought Triple G, I said the exact same thing to Chris Algieri, and he had just
I do agree. This will be
and also Manny Pacquiao.
the best opponent Kell Brook has faced.
Kell Brook has
is Errol Spence.
And so think
I do agree with that.
a good day.
And this is the best opponent Errol Spence has faced by far.
Obviously,
Because he hasn't even faced this style yet.
last September, a great event, a great effort from Kell Brook.
He's been fighting a lot of slow-foot Mexicans.
Fight back at 147 pounds, and Kell way ahead of his usual place with weeks to go. Been out in Fuerteventura for 4 weeks, already in great shape.
I mean, we all watched the Triple G fight at the weekend, last weekend. And for me, you could see, after being in the ring with Kell, there was something missing in that fight. You know, Kell had knocked the stuffing out of him, and he wasn't the same fighter. I don't think everybody gave Daniel Jacobs a chance in that fight. And, you know, watching Daniel Jacobs, you could see he picked a bit off Kell, switching, rolling, moving, grabbing, holding, got through that fight. A lot of people thought he won that fight. Yet, apart from the eye injury, you know, he didn't really make a dent on Kell apart from that. And I think
Boom. What they say, Kell Brook took it out of Triple G. That's why he looked like crap against Jacobs. He got exposed by Kell Brook. Everybody saw Kell Brook fight the monster and said, oh, we could beat the monster now.
And, you know, Daniel Jacobs nearly came close to doing that. I'm not too sure that Errol Spence is the best at 147 in America. I think there's other fighters I class in front of him. But he's coming over here. He's taking his chances, you know. And we'll see how he goes on. We've got a DVD of his fights. We'll analyse everything. He's a southpaw. Kell loves fighting southpaws. He's very good against southpaws. For us,
Well, UK Tucker, what is a chocolate brownie?
You know,
I don't even know what that means.
left. Kell's well in front of his training plan. He's well on his weight target. He's looking good. He's looking strong. We've just come back from Fuerteventura. Done 5 weeks out there. I've had a great time. Put some serious work in. Kell's dropped some good weight. Got himself in a good place. And it's just a case now of lining up the sparring partners and getting the graft done. And that's what we intend to do. And, you know, when they step in the ring in Sheffield, just like we did all those years ago in '84 when Errol Graham boxed here, boxing an American, I'm sure that Kell Brook will come out victorious. I think Errol Spence will learn a lot. He's still got time to come back and maybe challenge other guys in the division, Thurman or Garcia or something like that, pick himself back up again. But I don't think on the 27th.
No, Errol's not a Jeff Lacey.
Errol, welcome. The truth, they call you, and I guess May the 27th is your moment of truth, challenging for your first world title against Kell Brook.
Definitely. This is a fight that I've been wanting. I've been waiting for a long time. You know, it's been a lifelong dream of mine since I started boxing. I finally get my opportunity. And like I said before, I'm coming here to take the title. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Kell Brook, he's a good fighter. But I feel like I'm a better fighter than him. And I'm the best fighter at 147.
Obviously, there was talk of him moving up. Many felt that he wouldn't defend his title at 147, but glad he has stayed there, and now the fans have, I believe, the best fight in world boxing.
Definitely. I mean, that's what I want. A true champion want to take the title from.
Now, this is clearly the best fighting the best.
I don't want to take the title from somebody you have to fight because a champion vacated. I want to fight the champion, and I want to beat the champion so I can become a true champion. And that's what true champions do.
Kell Brook, the dream is here. Bramall Lane, your city, your club, your time to defend your world title in front of a packed out Bramall Lane. May the 27th, Errol Spence. There was no vacating this title for you.
There was no vacating for me. First of all, I'd like to thank you, people behind Sky, Sky backing me and getting it across the line to get it at Bramall Lane. You know, when I was 6 years old, my uncle Johnny would take me down to this, to the ground and said, one day you're gonna fight here and defend your world title. And it's come true. So I'm overwhelmed that I finally got it across the line this fight. But I'm so happy, like I said, and it took me so long to get this world title. The team around me were telling me to move up in weight, but it's been too hard to get to become IBF world champion. So, you got to come here, you got to come to my backyard and take it. Like I had to go over to Sean Paul's backyard and take it away from
I have no idea, Candy. I know Errol wanted to punch him when he said it.
Jeff Lacey, there's a lot of ripe in it. He seems to, he's looking the part, but he's fighting, Algeria, who's not a big puncher, a 10 stone coming up, and you're fighting a 50-odd-year-old man in that, the Italian guy. You know, he's never ever fought an animal like me. You know.
Yeah, that's right, Kell.
So determined to, become great and wipe out this division. You know, after I beat Spence, I won the third man of the world and unify all this division. That's what I want to do.
Of course, when we had the conversations, there was talk of moving up to 100.
Right, you never fought a puncher like Kell Brook.
Presumed you'd vacate. People goaded you that you just automatically vacate. And
Errol has not faced one. Errol Jury is a light puncher.
Absolutely, when people were telling me that, it made me stick my heels in more. And you know, I need to. It took me too long just to give this title away. You know, it's going to be tough. You know, to make welterweight, but you know, I've got a great nutritionist in Greg Marriott who's going to take me down to the weight slowly. You know, I'm already passing my targets out in training, so I'm looking forward, you know, to getting in there and giving the fans a magnificent fight, because if this guy, you know, meant to be the next big thing, then all I can say is the fans are in for a treat, because you know that I'm going to bring the heat, you know, on the 27th of May.
obviously, you lost your last fight, which was hard to take. A great fight against the middleweight unified world champion. How much do you take from that fight? The fact that you went in there, mixed it with him, stood up to his power as well, and now you're moving down to fight effectively a smaller man.
I took a lot from that, you know, from the Golovkin fight. Everybody ripped me off. I went in there. I showed what balls I had to get in there and put it on him. You know, it bust me out in the second round, but I still stood there and I stood in the middle of the ring and, you know, I had it out with him. You know, I learned a lot from that because he's a huge puncher, and I believe me making the welterweight, I'm the biggest welterweight out there. So I believe that I'll be bullying these guys. I believe that I'm gonna be so strong, fit. You know, because when I do have to really grill myself to make that welterweight weight and put the weight back on hell for that, I'm like a beast in that ring the day after. So I'm looking forward to chucking some chocolate brownies at Spence. I'm looking forward to it, you know. And
chocolate brownie Spence.
Errol's gonna get beat.
Adam, I know you sure you got some.
Errol, like, man, what is this chocolate brownie
Errol,
stuff?
obviously, you've had a really sweet rise up to this point. What makes you believe that you can, obviously, the Golovkin fight apart, really become the first man to beat Kell Brook? What is it in your arsenal that makes you different to everyone else he's fought?
I believe in my skills. You know, I've been in there and I sparred with a lot of great fighters, Floyd, Lamont Peterson, Sean Porter, and I went toe-to-toe and tick for tack with the best of them. You know, I believe in my skills, I believe in my ability, I believe in my coach having a great game plan and coming in to win.
He talked about who he sparred.
Floyd Mayweather say when you worked together.
He said I was a great fighter. He just said I need to work on a little bit of patience, and you know, that comes with fighting. And I was 4-0 at that time.
What do you feel about what Kell was saying about the strength that he has at welterweight, that he's the most powerful welterweight in the world, that he's bigger and stronger than everybody else? And did you worry about that?
Not worried about that at all. I mean, I'm not a guy that walks around at 160, 165. I get up to 170 and the high 170s too. I'm strong, I'm fast, I hit hard too at welterweight too, so I'm a big welterweight too.
And tell us, obviously, you've been over here before to the Olympics, so you don't mind the travelling. You're obviously going to come in front of 25, 30,000 Brits. That doesn't faze you in any way, or does that spur you on more?
Don't faze me. It's all motivation. You know, I've been over here 3 times as an amateur, but it's going to be totally different as a pro. 30,000 plus fans all rooting for Kell Brook, and I'm excited to upset them.
What are you going to do differently in the fight to anyone that's faced Kell Brook before?
You know, it's a game plan that, you know, we're not going to discuss right now. You know, my coach got it, and we're going to discuss it during training camp.
But you believe that you've got the slick southpaw skills and the power to be able to take this title home?
Definitely.
Kell, let's bring you in. First of all, what after the Golovkin fight, you obviously came to terms with losing for the first time, but were you proud of yourself about the way you went about the rounds of action? Because from our point of view, it was a hell of a fight.
You know, I was excited during the fight. You know, I was gutted because the fight got stopped basically, and you know, I was just gutted just to see how I would have gotten if I would have been able to see. I believe that, you know, I gave it Golovkin, and I believe that I could tell at the end of the round and during the fight that he was slowing down, and I think I was going to take over.
You think you would have beaten him if the
I believe so. You know, until that stage, I'd never dreamt of losing. You know, so I'm a champion. I go in there every single fight to win. I'm determined to win.
In the weeks afterwards, obviously losing your unbeaten record.
Yeah, he was winning the fight against Triple G. And like he said, he took it out of Triple G. That beating he gave to Triple G, you saw what happened with the Jacobs fight. Jacob used the stuff Kell was doing. Once you make, what's the phrase say? Once you make God bleed, people will cease to believe in him. Everybody thought Triple G was a monster until Kell Brook fought him. Once Kell Brook fought him, everybody ceased to believe in him. Danny Jacobs was supposed to fight Triple G before Kell Brook. Nobody wanted to get in the ring with him. Once they saw what Kell Brook did to him, Danny Jacobs made that fight immediately.
I think I put the blueprint out there, and I remember watching bits of footage, and even Jacobs mentioned that his friend were on the phone to him saying, Kell Brook's upsetting Golovkin and everything else. So I believe that they went in there knowing that he's not invincible, which, it were a close fight and he went the distance.
A great deal to be made about your weight. Obviously, you're saying that you are the biggest, strongest welterweight in the world, but there were people that thought you should maybe go back at like middle because of obviously fighting at middleweight. How happy are you with getting down to 10 stone 7 and being, strong when you do it?
I'm definitely not happy about it. But, I'm an experienced...
How he couldn't handle Porter and he beat Porter easy.
I need to do, I've done it before, I'll do it again. I'm so determined to come in, leave no stone unturned, follow the diet to a T.
See, y'all don't understand. Errol never been hit by nobody like Kell Brook. Do anybody realize that Errol didn't look good
I've got to make sure I do everything
in his fight before he fought Errol Spence? Before he fought Chris Algieri.
At Bramall Lane, I'm gonna bring so much energy from the fans. It's gonna be
Porter was wild. He got hurt in the fight. All he did was come to tackle Kell Brook, and he couldn't move Kell.
Your people that it's against Errol Spence, this brilliant American.
Brilliant American, yeah. We're gonna see how brilliant he is, but if he's as brilliant as he says he is, it's gonna bring out the best in me. I'm gonna draw so much energy from all the fans here. It's going to be a fantastic, spectacular night. So the fans are going to get a fantastic treat on the 27th of May.
You've always liked being up against it, the underdog with Sean Porter out in the States. I think Eddie was saying that the bookies are making Errol Spence favourite here. Does that spur you on? Do you relish those opportunities?
Yeah, I thought Triple G would knock Danny Jacobs out.
Nobody's really seen the real Kell Brook, and I believe we're going to.
But Jacobs made him look like a bum.
I think this is my time. This is to go out there and show exactly what I've got. I'm gonna need everything in this fight, I believe. And I'm gonna go out there and do it.
You say you need everything. Is that because of the dangers that he brings, the southpaw speed and skills? Just sum Errol Spence up as a fighter.
I've not really seen all this. I've seen little bits of him, but he's looking the part. But like I said, he's never fought anything, not even come close to anything like me. So
that's true. You ain't fought nobody. You sparred, but you ain't fought nobody like Kell Brook.
One of my fans wants his blood, and he said proper fight. That's when we're gonna see what it's made of when I hit him on chin with one of these. That's what's gonna happen.
Danny Jacobs never hurt Triple G like Kell did.
With boxing. So, but he keeps talking about a fight that he gave a good effort. That's giving him the consolation prize. Sugar Leonard moved up to fight Marvin Hagler and beat him. Sugar Leonard moved up to fight Daniel Lamont and beat him. He can keep talking about that. Let's not talk about if y'all give him the victory for taking the fight, give him the victory for getting stopped in the fight. The reality of it is
oh, they like y'all giving Kell Brook a consolation prize for fighting Triple G. Talk about the fight he lost. Oh.
Because that guy was a bigger guy means nothing. He was slow. He has slow feet.
So basically, we can draw comparisons to Leonard Bundle when Kell was a 40-year-old has-been fast-up fighter. We can draw comparisons all day long. It makes a difference.
But we're not talking.
You can win again. You can lose against a good guy, and you can beat a rubbish guy. It's the same. It's the same. So Leonard Bundle, we can take nothing from it. People are raving about that victory, but it doesn't mean anything as much as it was Golovkin. But I have.
But what I'm saying is this is that.
So it's not going to get talked. We're not talking about Golovkin. We're talking about Kell, Brook. Spence. That's all we need to talk about. We don't need to waste time. We've talked about that fight.
Fight with Triple G. He quit in the fight with Triple G. The fight was over. He didn't say no. Don't stop the fight.
No, I didn't quit. I stopped the fight.
I know
Stopped the fight, and luckily I did
Right,
because
I need to realise, yeah.
Spence was going to get his chance.
Coming over here.
Spence was going to get his chance to take this belt.
This is what you're going to do. Look at it. This is staying here. You're getting
I'm knocking you out. Promise you gonna be a man. Promise you gonna be a man.
Watch what happens when I get my hands on you,
I
bro.
don't know what a chocolate. What is a chocolate brownie? What is it?
What is he? That.
That's-
Watch what happens.
Chocolate brownie. You named it that?
One true thing.
That's so lame. Chocolate brownie.
That's the truth.
You including points for that?
Come on, man. Listen, man, he's staying here.
We'll see.
Well, no, you
We'll see.
The night of the fight, you
Made a
need to
big
keep that
mistake,
anyway.
Yeah, alright. We gonna see.
We're
Gonna see.
Yeah, they're gonna send the new one out. You can keep that. They're gonna send the new one out.
Yep, you did tell us what chocolate brownies mean. So chocolate brownies is his fist.
We gonna see.
Yeah, that's what we said. We're talking about a loss. You gonna keep
We're still talking about Golovkin. Can we just move on? We've gone over that one. Time.
No, but you don't get to keep that. But we're gonna get the new one. We're gonna send us a new one. All right,
You can come again.
Alright. Dude had two good rounds with Triple G. Wow, William Monroe did the same thing. Did the same thing. You had two good rounds with Triple G and you hyped off that. You living off that.
Let's see.
Yeah.
How long you been pro?
The difference is
How long you been pro?
Brook finished on his feet and Monroe
How long you
finished on
been
his
pro? You
back.
only fought two fighters since you've been pro. Sean Porter and who? And Triple G.
That's it.
And how long you been pro?
And your
How long I been pro?
And your fight.
What's your record? What's your record?
Who have you actually boxed?
Your
Tell
first
me.
25 fights. Your first 25 fights. What was your opponent wins?
One decent
What's your
Errol.
opponent wins? Your first 25 fights. Huh?
Who's the best guy you boxed? Who's the best guy he's boxed?
Who's the best guy?
Anybody tell me?
Guy you boxed?
874 losses.
Got a good guy.
What's your
How many wins?
Who's the best guy you boxed, Errol? Who is it? Tell me the best guy you think you boxed. Tell me. Who is the best guy?
Chris Algieri.
Right, that's your best guy. Alright, that's your best guy. Our best guy, apart from Golovkin, in the fight that we won was Sean Porter. That's our best guy. Right? And you beat Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri, 10 stone, light welterweight guy.
I give props for Sean.
So that's it. Exactly. So the best guy you boxed is Chris Algieri. The best guy we boxed and won is Sean Porter.
I give props for
That's it. That's the comparison. So the press can make their mind up. You can make your mind up. We already know. The best guy we lost to was Golovkin. Fair enough. Yeah, we did. But the best guy we beat was Sean Porter, which is still 10 times better than Chris Algieri.
But listen, if Sean
Oh, owned. He said everything I said in the video.
We definitely gonna find out. Took you long enough.
Southpaw Slayer.
Took you long enough.
I'm a Southpaw Slayer.
That's your new name now?
Southpaw doesn't make a distance for me.
Alright, we gonna see.
you don't know these small guys, and you for real, man. Come on now. That means nothing.
No, see.
Mike Tyson was a killer until you went into a boxer. Huh? Wasn't he?
We're not thinking of moving up to
Well,
it.
Foreman wasn't killer until
We're not
he
thinking
went
of
to
it. We're just talking about this one welterweight.
What I'm talking about, where you show your muscles like that, muscles mean nothing.
You can't put muscle on your chin.
This is not a flex.
Don't put muscle on your chin.
I
Don't do that.
know you can. Yeah. We didn't listen. We like the fact that you can fight, that you are a good fighter. It means nothing to beat somebody who can't fight. It means something.
And Errol's had plenty of experience of that, plenty.
It means
He's
something.
had a couple of fights for like that. He fights in
You
the
fought
boxing.
somebody with 185 losses. In America, they wouldn't even sanction a fight like that.
Oh, I think he would.
185
I've seen
losses.
some bad
You
fights in
serious?
America.
185 losses, that guy would not be allowed to box.
185.
Listen, when you look at this, when you were 21-0, your opponents had 874 losses. Right?
So the numbers, yeah.
So listen. So if you divide that
You
up,
got an accountant in a previous occupation.
if you divide that up,
You
every day with 13 wins and 40 losses per person, 13 victories, 40 losses. How did you make it to this point? That's why it took so long, because you all decided forever to fight a legitimate fighter.
Who's a legitimate fighter?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
You're a boxing coach and a trainer, you don't know.
Huh?
I said you're a boxing coach and a trainer, you don't know what legitimate fighter is.
I said,
You've already done the comparison. The comparison was Chris Algieri and Sean Porter, that's it.
That's in the past.
No, that's what we're talking about, the best fighters that they both face. The best wins, his best win by his own admittance is Chris Algieri, who was coming up from 10 stone. Our best fighter is Sean Porter. If we put Sean Porter in with Chris Algieri, who would win? Sean Porter would kill him. But that doesn't mean because Sean Porter's going to beat up Chris Algieri, or Chris Algieri's going to beat Sean Porter, that it's going to make a difference in this fight. We're talking about their best opponents, that's what we're saying. So, on paper, the best guy he's boxed is Algieri, and the best guy we box him with is Porter. That's the end of it. Any other comparison doesn't matter. Unless they box the same guy, which they haven't boxed the same guy. So, if he'd have boxed the same guy as Kell, and he'd have beat him in better fashion, then we could make a comparison, but we can't. We can only go on the best wins. And the best win is a 10 stone kid who got put down 3 or 4 times. Manny Pacquiao. 6 times. Well, 6 times then. After Forrest up.
They talking resumes because Errol don't have one.
Bring on the night and we'll see. What's that? Listen, it's not me fighting, it's not you fighting, it's these two. That's right. But even if it weren't me and you, I think I still get the edge.
Oh, now the trainer said if it's between me and you, I got the edge. Yeah, see, his trainer in shape. Dale James ain't ready for that no more.
Boxing league. I'm good for that.
Derek, you started all this. It was very peaceful and calm.
I would love to see people talk about their victories and their successes.
Don't worry.
Not their losses.
Don't worry. I think when you get involved in a fight the size of Triple G, people are going to talk about it, but it doesn't matter. This is, I can't wait. I can't wait. You excited? Errol, are you excited?
Definitely.
No?
Ready.
This is what it's all about. This is 2 elite fighters, the World Welterweight Championship, May the 27th, Bramall Lane, Sky Sports box office, Showtime Boxing, no better place. Tickets will go on sale on Fight Pass next Thursday. It's not tomorrow, that's next Thursday. General sale on Friday, the 31st of March. We'll be releasing the ticket prices and all the plans in due course. We are going to pose here for head-to-head shots between the fighters and definitely not the trainers. And then all the guys are going to be available for one-on-ones as well. I think we're going to have a photo outside under the stand, not in the rain. Thank you for coming.
All right, so what y'all think? Y'all keep telling me that Errol don't have a chance, right?
At GCU,
I heard a lot of you guys talk about Errol done got no chance and this and that. Errol's got a chance. But Kell Brook is just better than him right now. I just think this is not, he hasn't faced enough experience. He hasn't faced anybody like Kell Brook yet. Oh, Kell doesn't have a chance? See, this is what I don't understand. Because when he beat Errol Spence, you're going to say Errol Spence didn't fight anybody. But yeah, y'all be in here praising this guy. Praising him. Kell's gonna win easy. I think it'll be an easier fight for him. It's too much pressure. I seen Errol fight in the Olympics. He didn't win gold. He actually lost. I'm not a detractor, but I'm telling you, once he faced somebody who was an international fighter, who was stronger than him, pushing him back, Errol didn't engage. It don't count, but it meant for something. It was the last time he fought internationally. And Errol Spence been matched up with poor competition ever since.
Just make weight. That's all you gotta do is make weight. Just make weight. Just make weight. Just make weight.
You right, I did have Jacobs getting knocked out. There's been a lot of upsets this year.
Just make weight. That's all you gotta do is make weight. Never not made weight. Yeah, okay. We'll see. Just make weight.
But you gotta like Errol's confidence, man.
Just make weight.
But Kell Brook has been in there with hitters. He just been in there with Triple G. So y'all saying Errol hits harder than Triple G?
Short, sharp quarter.
So you don't think Kell Brook got boxing skills? Okay. I can't wait to May 27. Oh, Kell's gonna make the weight. All right. That's it. We out.
Thank you. Go straight to the